published. 2040 EST. The 21st of December 2017, updated. 2121 EST. The 21st of December 2017. The filmmaker Guillermo del Toro had images of British actress Sally Hawkins in his head as he wrote his masterpiece The Shape of Water. The filmmaker Guillermo del Toro had images of British actress Sally Hawkins in his head as he wrote his masterpiece The Shape of Water. It took 3 years to write, and I wrote it for her. Mexican del Toro says of Hawkins, who stars in it as Elisa, a woman who dreams of water. She lives above a cinema and is part of the night shift cleaning crew at a secretive U.S. laboratory where an amphibious creature from the Amazon is being studied by Cold War scientists. Elisa seems to comport herself in an ethereal way. Del Toro remarks as we talk at the Soho Hotel in London. She's luminous and magical, but you believe you could find her at a bus stop. Elisa is also mute. Love goes beyond words. Del Toro says, adding that like water, it has no shape. There are no rules. Elisa becomes transfixed by the creature, which is indeed a sight to behold. Del Toro says the challenge was to create the Michelangelo's David of amphibian men. As much as the film is a love story, it is also about fear and intolerance. The creature is tortured by the research unit's security chief, played by Michael Shannon. The director has seen all Hawkins's screen work, including the BBC drama Fingersmith, Happy-Go-Lucky, Submarine, Paddington, and Blue Jasmine. It's like writing a song for a singer, he says. Many times in the shoot I'd say to Sally, this is a song I wrote for you. The film follows the story of Elisa, left, a woman who dreams of water. She lives above a cinema and is part of the night shift cleaning crew at a secretive U.S. laboratory. As much as the film is a love story, it is also about fear and intolerance. Co-stars Shannon, Octavia Spencer and Richard Jenkins were also in Del Toro's mind as he penned his screenplay. Though he collaborated most with Hawkins, she emailed him that she was writing a story about a woman who transforms into a fish, and aspects of that tale were incorporated into the script. Hawkins is up for every film award going this season. She's phenomenal. Del Toro says admiringly, hailing her as the most remarkable presence in cinema. Co-stars Shannon, Octavia Spencer and Richard Jenkins were also in Del Toro's mind as he penned his screenplay. Though he collaborated most with Hawkins, Sam Rockwell glides across the floor of a Soho hotel room, showing off a pair of red, white and blue Louboutin loafers. They're great dancing shoes. The actor declares, practicing his moonwalk. Rockwell is great company, on and off screen, and the 49-year-old has been garnering a lot of attention lately for his role as Dixon, a dangerous goofball of a sheriff's deputy, in Martin McDonagh's brilliant movie 3 Billboards Outside Ebbing, Missouri, co-financed by Film 4. Sam Rockwell glides across the floor of a Soho hotel room, showing off a pair of red, white and blue Louboutin loafers. The picture is about Mildred Frances McDormand, giving the performance of her career, a woman furious at the local police for not adequately investigating the rape and murder of her daughter. Mildred and Dixon clash continually, with her accusing him of being a mama's boy. He's an A.E., Rockwell says of his character. A racist. He has a bit of a Napoleon complex. He's a hot mess on a hot summer's day, until a change comes over him. He stops himself before he can stray into spoiler alert territory. It is a beautifully led performance, and he and McDonagh clearly spent a lot of time creating Dixon's persona. Rockwell goes on, we wanted him to have a comedic element, but he also had to be formidable. It's such a delicious film to watch, you need to see it twice, at least, to savor all the detail. Rockwell's roles, mainly Southerners, cowboys and oddballs, hardly reflect his real background. He was raised in San Francisco, the son of a union organizer and an actress. Next year he will play a Ku Klux Klan member in The Best of Enemies, opposite Taraji P. Henson and George W. Bush, alongside Christian Bale as Dick Cheney, in a political film called Backseat. Right now, though, I see Rockwell dancing his way to an Oscar. Bent Turner, Muhammad Amiri, Amar Haj Ahmad, John Fumagena, Joe McInnes, Trevor Fox, Rachel Redford, and Alex Lawther, who are part of the sublime ensemble gathered by joint directors Stephen Daldry and Justin Martin for the rare, raw, gripping play The Jungle, by Joe Murphy and Joe Robertson, about the makeshift refugee and migrant camp in Calais. The work is a joint production, splendidly realized by the Young Vic, the National Theatre and the Good Chance Theatre Company. The Young Vic's stage has been sensationally transformed by designer Miriam Bither into the camp's restaurant, with fenced-off designated national areas. I was seated in Iraq. The Young Vic's stage has been sensationally transformed by designer Miriam Bither into the camp's restaurant, with fenced-off designated national areas. It's an unmissable work that is having an all too short a run at the Young Vic. However, there are behind-the-scenes efforts by producer Sonia Friedman, the National and the Young Vic to transfer it into a theatre or space in the West End, or thereabouts. Meryl Streep and Tom Hanks, who star in The Post, exquisitely directed by Steven Spielberg. Streep and Hanks portray Washington Post publisher Katharine Graham and her legendary editor Ben Bradlee at a time when newspapers were printed using hot metal type and stories were bashed out on typewriters. Spielberg focuses on the Post's efforts to secure the Pentagon Papers, a secret U.S. government report about America's long involvement in Vietnam. The paper had to play catch-up after the New York Times got hold of the documents first, and a cat-and-mouse game ensued between the rival publications and Richard Nixon's White House. Just as importantly, the film charts Graham's awakening from timid widow to red-hot force in Washington. She had the courage of a lioness, and Streep captures her magnificently. Julian Clary, Elaine Page, Charlie Stemp, Emma Williams, Gary Wilmot, Paul Zidin, Nigel Havers, and Ashley Banjo, who are part of the funniest company on the London stage. They star in Dick Whittington at the London Palladium. I can't remember the last time I laughed so much. It's all ridiculously silly, but I guess that's the